What's going on, people? Welcome to United View. Welcome to the Full View on time. Full house. Everybody here. The only thing missing, you got on time, KG, but you ain't got your laptop though. Where is it, mate?
Oh, Flex, I can't tell you stuff in. This is what I'm saying. I say stuff to you, you know. Not
only where is it, but specifically what is it contained in right now? Don't even say the location. Just say specifically what it's contained in.
It's in a wicker basket.
Why is your laptop in a wicker basket?
Oh man, I went to this offline retreat where you don't use stuff like that, and then I just put it in the thingy, and then I thought I packed it. Nah, didn't. Disgrace is a cheat.
Well, that's what you get for bringing that when you're not supposed to. You said you're not supposed to have no technology there, and you still try to bring your laptop.
Because you know me, I always try to think.
Such a good point. I hadn't even thought of that. The nerve of him showing up to an offline retreat with a laptop. You are a disgrace.
Listen,
have you got a console? Did you bring a console as well with you, KG? You normally bring
you don't know how giant phone that he flipped out like that is right. Look at the size of the phone.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. I don't know why you lot are doing this. Like, don't start this way. This is the beginning of the year.
All right, cool.
Happy New Year to everyone. Obviously, I didn't even know that we got Jailhouse Cam. Obviously, free him. I don't know what's going on. He's got the trachea as well.
yeah.
He's got the polo trachea. Hey, Jailhouse Cam. I didn't even know. Were you in jail for your poor touch? What were you in jail for, bro?
KG's coming reckless. KG's coming reckless. But that's what it is. It's the Full View. Anyone gets it. This is what it is. We got a lot to talk about, man. Ten Hag improving United. Loan transfers as well. You know what? Yeah. Because obviously it's the beginning of the transfer window and it's all about players and this, that, and we'll get there. But we kind of thought today, you know what? We need to give our manager some serious flowers, you know. Because like not every minute transfer, like this team, is progressing. Like we can say, like we can hand on heart with chest say the team is better and we're on stuff now. We're on being proud of the team, looking forward to seeing us play, and there's a feel-good factor. Even if we lost a game or we drew or whatever, which we don't do much of recently, like it's a good vibe. It's a good vibe. So what I wanted to do, KG, Man United will sign ISO Speed. What are we seeing? Forget about Jailhouse Cam.
Someone said forget about Jailhouse Cam.
Oh, no.
Looking like careful Marcel with the soup. How dare you?
The community. This is what the community is on. They dictate what goes on. They decide what's happening. You know. Oh, mate. So we've gone from Faz being in a PS5. Someone said in the comments, and that's stuck. Cam's in the jailhouse. Marcel's in the care home.
Just talking about the hair, bro. Just talking about the hair. I'm telling you now. He's not a good keeper. I'm telling you now, he's not a good keeper, even though he hasn't conceded in a long time.
The idea of Marcel in a care home going, David De Gea, like we got some really good
Oh, mate. Mina's in the chat as well. Big up Mina. She's a little bit under the weather. She's just chilling out and stuff. Big up to Mina as well. She's there. Oh man, you lot are
sorry, man. Sorry.
You lot are really something else. Who do we start with? Let's start with Cam. Let's start with Cam. The feel-good factor, bro. Like, is there a feel-good factor? Like the team, like, can we just talk about Ten Hag, please, and what sort of job he's done and how we're feeling about him?
Yeah, he's done a good job. Really, really good job.
Kind of thought he'd done a bit better than that.
That enthusiasm is off the chart. Jeez.
It's done all right. Yeah, he's done lots of things around the club that are quite good. You know, brought up some youth players. He's made us play well again, and yeah, like I'm excited to watch this team again. It's been a while. So if I'm a bit late, I feel like
you should have went to someone else. That is.
I tell you what. Prison has affected his attitude. I'm telling you now, it really has. I know you're incarcerated, Cam, but jeez, there's plenty of stuff to be positive about. Oh my goodness.
Cam's doing loads
to be positive about. I'll tell you what I was thinking about earlier today, right? It's not quite along the lines of Eric Ten Hag because he's doing a good job, so he doesn't need a new career. but I feel like I've been hit by a bus. And which person in the Premier League was driving that bus? Anyone. Could be absolutely anyone. Because I can tell you, it wasn't Darwin Núñez he'd have missed. It wasn't Jose Mourinho, unless you think I'm the type of guy to walk into a parked bus. Can't be on a good Solskjaer. He got done for fraud because his bus, nice little fun bus. Everyone's having a good time. No one gets punished for anything. Can't have been him. He went out of business years ago. He's in jail. Floor's open.
I'm at Heathrow. I'm at Terminal 1 just waiting for this to land, mate.
Yeah, me too.
You're going to be waiting a long time. A long, long time.
What? Faz, what?
We're just moving on. Are we just moving on from that?
Yeah, cut that out. Cut that out of the show.
Hey,
it's live, mate. It's live, mate. Okay.
Get rid of it for a few seconds. You need to get rid of it. Let's go your way. We can't get rid of it.
This is one man. One man is in a care home. One man is saying the wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round.
Guys, the community, I promise you, we can talk football. We have got sense. This ain't just a barrel of laughs. I promise you, this is a real channel that talks about United and gets into different things. If you're a new viewer and you've just found this on the internet, and you recommended, I promise you we're better than this. I promise. What's happened?
Listen, let's go to Planet Faz because
KG, where are you in your gym? Are you in the gym right now?
No, I got the Peloton behind me. Obviously, not everyone's blessed to have one of those in their homes, but yeah, I've got one.
Nah, he said you're a light pure gym, cuz.
This is the proper thing, Don't even let me get the Peloton weights out, fam.
See them little purple weights, man. Them little purple weights for the one finger.
The real Peloton.
Mina said, look what happens when I take a day off,
Come on.
God, Mina's right. As soon as the most sensible person comes out, this is just shambles. This is a shambles.
I've been subbed in and given every single ball away. It's not looking good.
We blame you. You're the gaffer. You should be leading us.
I tried.
Right, let's start again, guys, because I really want to talk about Ten Hag.
By playing the intro.
Start the whole thing again.
Do you reckon we need to do something like that? Because I think we need a reset.
Do you know what? For one time only, we're actually gonna do that.
Let's do it.
Big up everybody. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. That was just the intro. Now it's time for full view. Yes, people, we are back on the other side, and welcome to the Full View, the show that we get deep down and dirty into the latest Manchester United news, in-depth analysis, and sensible sayings, and all that sort of good stuff. KG, how you feeling, buddy? Ten Hag in, the team's doing well. How you feeling, bud?
I'm not gonna lie, I wish you didn't come to me first because I wanted to say something incredibly reckless. I was
going to say yes. I wanted KG to tell me and tell the world what he has told. I know me.
No, but I don't think I should start because we're trying to start again.
Start it. Yeah. Go for it. All
right. I think Ten Hag is a great manager. I think he's probably the best thing that we've needed for a very long time. That's how I'll say it off. I think what he's done is he's thought the culture of the club is one thing that you can talk about, and the changes that he's making, these are changes that we've hoped for years. Again, Maguire being a fourth choice centre back, maybe fifth choice behind who? Where's he? Who's behind? He's behind Lissandro. He's behind
Varane.
Wait, hold on.
There's been a goal, and it's at the Brentford Community Stadium. Chris Kamara.
Disgrace. You're cheap.
Faz, we have a goal at the Brentford Community Stadium. Have you got access to the footage? Can you tell the viewers what has happened?
Nah, I don't. I'm too concentrated on Full View.
Faz doing his Chris Kamara impression right there. I love that.
Wait, but someone tell me what happened then.
The ball goes in, it's another corner, and it's Johan Wissa, and he scored with his right foot. He's chested it down, he's hits it into the bottom right-hand corner, and Liverpool are 2-0 down.
But there is a possible check. There is a possible check for offside currently. KG, continue. We'll update.
Cool. Back to what I was saying. Saying in terms of re-establishing the culture. There's a lot to like. Again, he's dropped Maguire. This is something that we've all We've been hoping for a long time. He walked in, he said he's still my captain. Again, he was just saying stuff. That was the energy. He was saying stuff. You know, he spoke about Cristiano Ronaldo. The man has made change after change, and his changes are working. And for me, you can see that we're on a long run. But I'm going to say something very reckless because I feel this way. I've been looking. I know I've said a lot of things, and you lot are going to be upset with me, but I don't see why we can't be involved in the title race. I don't see why we can't be involved. I don't see why. I think our spine is good. I think
look at Marcel. Marcel's thinking, what?
I don't care what anyone. I feel. I said it's going to take one striker or one striker away to just get involved. Again, Man City are not Cityin the way they used to.
True.
Arsenal are the best. Arsenal are the best team in the Premier League at the moment. Let's let that sink in. Now we have to get, and we beat them, but we have to get involved in the chat. Again, if United, all we have to do is focus on ourselves, and again, do not drop the standards. We're hard to beat, we're hard to score against, and we got something good going forward. So I don't understand why. Shut up, not another one.
It was ruled offside, but now it does count. It is 2-0.
There you go.
Oh,
but
wow.
Again, it's a KG thing to say. It's a KG thing to do. But I feel this way. Again, I'm confident anytime we go into a game, I feel like we're going to get the win. That's how I feel. So all it takes is for a few results to go our way, and then we get involved. But again, we didn't lose those 2 games early this season, and that was very fresh.
This title's a bit.
Why not?
It's
Arsenal in the title race. No one would expect this at the beginning of the season. If you said,
they're in the title race, and they've only lost 1 game, and they've won all the rest apart from.
There you go. But I'm saying, if you said to an Arsenal fan, you're going to be involved in the title race at the beginning of the season, they'll tell you you're a liar. Our place,
cracking.
That's what everyone would have pressed. But somehow they've managed.
We can't say that now. We can't. That was at the beginning before the.
Why not? Why can't we?
Because we've got Arsenal to play.
I'm saying it.
Oh, it's 3-0. Oh, wait. Huh?
I don't give a damn.
That's what I mean. The first one was ruled out for offside, and then they scored again. They scored a different one. Yeah, it's 2-0.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn.
That's insane.
And Josh is the only
man, it's too early to call that. We've got to play Arsenal and City this month. I would have at least said that after this month.
Nah, that's just bottling it, bro. You gotta put you gotta step out. Listen, I believe in the squad. I think we've got a wicked spine. I think we've got a solid team. And why not? The standards are high. And again, our manager's talking about winning every game. That's what he sends them out to do. And you can see the standard he's setting. So you win all your games, you're involved, bro.
So what do you think the score's going to be? City against Man United at home. We're playing at home. We've got City.
We can beat him.
And then what about Arsenal away?
We can beat him.
Okay.
I like.
Do
you know?
Boy, I feel confident. I say we can beat them. Yeah,
you know what? Who are we to take away, a confidence in your team and whatever? Faz, how do you feel like with the positivity of what's going on with Ten Hag and where the team is? KG saying, why can't we be in the title race? Why not? He's saying, tell me why we can't be in it. I don't know. How do you feel?
Firstly, Happy New Year to everyone in the community. I know we didn't do a full view before, so until the new year. So this is the first full view of 2023. Hopefully many more. And big up to all the community, man. Hope all of you get all the success and good health this year. And yeah, going into the manager talk, firstly, number one thing to address is Ten Hag has been given control of this club and in many different levels, not just on the pitch. This guy is clearly controlling certain aspects of transfers. He's also controlling certain aspects of the youth team now that we've just found out as well. And it just shows me one thing, that the club are willing to go into a direction where they step back a bit and let the manager do the managerial decisions. There aren't favorite, quote unquote, favorite players on the pitch. If you're not playing, if you're not performing, you're going to hold bench. Prime example, Tyrell Malacia. He's had a little bit of bad patch. Luke Shaw did well. Luke Shaw came in. And that's what's important. Wan-Bissaka, now Dallo, I'm thinking, reward Bissaka a little bit more. Let him play a little bit more if he's doing well. My main concern with Ten Hag is the level of backing he's going to get now, window in, window out. We spent a hell of a lot of money last summer, and we're already looking at, problems with our financial situation. My concern isn't around the footballing side, but my concern is around the financial side, the structure side, as to how we give him a good, solid 2, 3, 4, 5 years to come.
Do you think that will change when they get new owners, new money? new reset. Obviously, like January now, we know our hands are tied. We probably ain't going to get anyone. Let's face it.
But that's a yes and no and an if and but, because firstly, a new owner would mean they may possibly want to align the club with their own vision. That may mean no Ten Hag. That may mean Mbappe incoming or whatever. I'm just saying, and a new manager. Look at Todd, what he did with Tuchel.
What, you think new owners can come in and get rid of Ten Hag?
The thing is with Todd Bowley, when you mentioned Todd Bowley's name, I literally went crazy at KG on the phone today about Todd Bowley. Todd effing Bowley, right? Because if Man United spent nearly 300 million in a summer transfer window and where they're in the league 8th, they're like 2 points off 10th. If United did that, the media would be slaughtering us right now. It'd literally be, you turn on the TV, it'd be going, United, terrible, terrible, terrible. Chelsea, they're going, look at Todd, he's shaking up the league. Shaking up the league? He's bought like 17 defenders. They're not doing anything. What are Chelsea doing at the moment? Nothing.
One thing that you must give Ten Hag credit is the sheer amount of drama that he's had to deal with in his first 6 months in the club. I don't think any manager has been able to show that they've had that sort of drama in any club in the first 6 months. They said that this man couldn't speak good English. They said that this man was this man was that. They dissed his dressing sense. They did everything. They said Lisandro Martinez, one of his key signings, was too small. He's now gone and won the World Cup. Ten Hag has now won the World Cup. This manager's proven everybody wrong. And that's a testament to his own ability. I'm very much, one thing, as a fan, I'm just very much excited to go to Old Trafford. I enjoy watching some of the players smile, considering, what happened last season, the season before. It's just nice to see Marcus Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, all these players smile. One thing KG said, he thinks we have a good spine. I still somewhat disagree. I think from a defensive perspective, we're really, really good. These two on the sides, they can disagree in terms of the goalkeeper, but I think we're really good defensively. But I still think our midfield is fairly, slightly old. 30 years average. Casemiro 30, Eriksen 30, Bruno Fernandes 28, 29. I would
those are good. Those are
sure. No, KJ. Those are good 30, but when levels, I want to be setting levels. I want the ownership, and the club to go and look for the next 25-year-old Frankie de Jongs and etc. Because don't forget, Ten Hag's target was Frankie de Jong, right? He did want a 25-year-old ball-carrying midfielder. So I would want the club to identify a player like that. And in front, let's be honest, Anthony Martial can't lead this club. He cannot lead this club to glory days. So that's another issue as well to consider. As to
you can't lead this club to glory days?
Sorry, Anthony Martial. I don't believe Anthony Martial is the guy. I really don't think so, unless he proves some miraculous numbers this season. He's not doing anything other than just being a kind of Casper up there. But yeah, that's it really from me.
He is scoring goals, though, in fairness.
Yeah,
Martial
but
has scored goals this season.
The odd goals. He's still not played a 90 minutes after he's come back.
I agree. But every time he's played, pretty much, maybe bar a game, he's either, and I know he's not played 90 minutes, but he's either got a goal or an assist. Like that, for his goal, his minutes per goal or goal contribution is crazy this season.
Sure.
So I think to say that he can't lead the club to glory, I don't think we know that answer yet. Well, I don't think he's been. Have we seen that? I totally agree in terms of if you're going to just go right, he's going to be our guy. We're going to rely on him. Anthony Martial cannot be relied upon, to last a full season. But to write him off and just to say he's scoring the odd goal, I'm not sure that's particularly accurate.
I just feel like, considering all the trauma we faced with his injuries, he has scored in previous seasons. He had an amazing season under Ole, and yet look where he ended us with nothing. I just think he's not the upper echelon striker that Manchester United need to compete with the likes of Barcelona in Europa League, with the likes of Man City in maybe a cup draw, etc. So that's just my 2 pence.
Marcel, what are you saying on everything? A lot of optimism there, a lot of breakdown. You know what I mean? A lot of good points made by KG and now Faz as well. I know you're Mr. Glass Half Full. What are you saying about just how we're doing? KG saying we can be in a title race at some point. Faz not so much, but putting out a lot of positives. What are you saying?
Depends how we look at it. I mean, at the beginning of the season, we all wanted to just see good football. We've earned the right to be in this position now, and Ten Hag's done that. A fantastic manager. I mean, he's had so many problems to deal with. Ronaldo, Donny van de Beek, so many of them. So he's been excellent. Sancho issues, Martial, we've been able to get him fit. Rashford's now coming and is playing good football now. So we have to properly look at this and give him a lot of praise. He's been excellent. The level that he's been able to get these players playing at has been excellent. So I think it's now about the next stage. Faz talked about the consortium, obviously, and what's everyone looking at this?
No, I don't think Cam's actually there unless he's just staying still. I don't know.
Oh,
I just realised I was like, right, he hasn't really moved in a while. Cam? Yeah, he's gone. Carry on, Marcel. Sorry.
Yeah, so like I just think we have to look at, obviously, going forward, the consortium that comes in. Obviously, John Murtagh's let Ten Hag know that money will potentially be coming in for the club, coming into the club. So that's an exciting point to look at. Ten Hag knows the type of players that he wants. I think he's adamant on his choice, and we're able to trust that choice now. I think you can see from the last window that it's all been good. We just have to obviously look to see who we can bring in the January. The January window is very important for us. If KG's speaking to winning the league now, you've got to get 2 players in.
No, I said in the title. I said title race. All I'm saying is title race. Like,
then top 3, top 2,
top 2. I listen. I got my eye on it. I'm looking at all the teams above us. I'm just, why not?
No. I hear. My question would be to you though, KG.
Yeah.
Like, don't you think right now we need additions? The competition will most probably add. They will most probably look to add and strengthen. So if we don't strengthen, do you still think it's top 2, top 3 if we don't strengthen and the competition strengthens?
No, I would love players, but then I don't want the window to close and to anyone to think that I think this is okay, that we're not bringing in the players that we need to bring in. I think it's imperative we get the players that we need. But one of the blessings that we have in a real coaching type manager is he's going to get the best out of his players and he's going to ask for more. Again, if we get now, we're looking at Sancho. I know it feels silly because everyone say he's like a new signing, but Sancho fit, Sancho focused on football, Sancho fully trying to fight for his shirt is a better Sancho than we could ever ask for. Now you're saying, again, Wan-Bissaka is not, again, we was talking about the right back situation. We got Wan-Bissaka playing decent football. We got Wan-Bissaka inverted right back. This is unheard of. This is so somehow he's created this competition. But then I was listening to Bruno Fernandes give an interview and he was talking about the standard set, and we can't forget about the Marcus Rashford thing. Everybody understands that if you don't play a certain way, or if you don't follow the rules, or if you start to be lackadaisical on the pitch, you're coming out the team. And he's done it so many times. He's done it to Malassi. He's done it to Sancho. He's done it to so many different players. Now the standard at this club is you need to deliver at this level or you're not playing. And Maguire's on the bench getting 10 minutes, bro. Getting the quick armband at the end. The levels are changing. The winning mentality is here. I believe that we're a different type of team.
I just want to ask KG a quick question because KG, you used to be a firm believer in Bissaka. I remember you had like a lot of stocks on him, and obviously he obviously his stocks decreased quite a bit, and you sold his stocks, but now he rises. He's showing that he wants to play football, and he's showing attributes that we like. What do you think? How does that make you feel as a former one?
As a former, I couldn't. I'm not allowed to. Again, it makes me happy when Wan-Bissaka slide tackles or takes a first touch or cross, like does a 30-yard pass. I'm like, oh, go on, man, go on, Wambi. You know what I mean? Even I think that was over. Yeah, that Wambi thing was created over here on this channel, fam. So it is a special moment, but I can't get too excited. It's one of those things I'm just proud to see that he's becoming a player that's challenging Delo, but he's not going to be a player he's not going to get Delo out of the team. It's never going to be that.
He's still going to get sold, KG, man. Come on, let's be honest.
That's fine. As long as he goes, again, as long as he goes and his career works out, I'll be really happy. But again, it's nice to see him doing it in this team. It's nice to see him proving people wrong. It's said, you lot mentioned it a few times, but the We Talk Ajax guys said he'll make better players out of this team. Now, when you got McTominay off the bench, Fred off the bench, this is how he wanted to use them. So I feel that we have quite a bit. All we're lacking is a striker. That's it. We're lacking a striker.
I thought it's funny there that you said I'm not going to get too excited, but we could be on title charge.
No, about Wan-Bissaka's.
I know, but it's the same thing. Look, you know what?
I'm excited about the team.
KG, this is something I've been saying recently, and Man United are good. We're good. Yes. Yeah. We are good. I don't think we have got enough credit how good we have actually been this season, even in the games in which we haven't picked up points. So you say Newcastle at home, should have won that game. It was 0-0. We had 2 chances at the end. Chelsea away, 1-1. Should have won that game. We battered them for 30 minutes. We could have been 2 or 3 up by that point. At that point, then you're already saying about could have been 4 extra points. If you'd have taken off, I know I'm getting into real hypothetical worlds here, but those first 2 games of the season, they don't even feel real at this point. They feel like a different side. They feel like a different team. Now, I think there are going to be such important moments in Ten Hag's United career, particularly that Brentford game. Everyone goes back to that Brentford game and says that was the one where he realised what he was in for, the sort of hangover of last season. He had to stamp out some certain things, encourage the players to run a bit more, etc., etc. But I just, again, you look at our recent form. What's it? Is it something like 1 defeat in our last 15, something like that, games in all competitions? Even defensively, Marcel, even David De Gea, he hasn't conceded a goal in open play at Old Trafford since August. Like,
that's mad. That's mad.
It's crazy.
We must be doing something right with him in the sticks. It's not too bad.
I mean, defending the holistic.
I'm only joking. I'm only joking. I'm only joking.
But the point being is that United are certainly after that Brentford game. You can only, like, on one hand, maybe a couple of performances you can think they were really bad performances. You think of City and you probably think of Villa away, the 2 games we lost. But apart from that, can you name another performance in the Premier League which you go, United, we were absolutely awful, absolutely terrible?
No,
we started slow against Everton, but that's about it.
But we won. I mean, we played well second.
Yeah.
We played well after we started slow. You know, and to KG's point, KG said this to me on the phone today, and it's so true. He said that even going through the game now, when it gets to like 70 minutes, 75 minutes, if we're either losing or we're drawing, there is now that kind of belief, and maybe it's a bit premature, but there is that belief where you go, I feel like we'll get a goal, you know? Because it's happened a couple of times, and you have to almost remind yourself, don't you? We did it on the match at the weekend with the other day with Wolves. When it's like 70 minutes, and we're going, here we go. We're not going to win this game. And you have to remind yourself, like, there's a different manager and there's a different nucleus of players there now. And there is a belief there. And, you know, I'm not going to go as far to say it's KG saying, title charge or anything like that, or title race. But I don't think we've got the credit, and Ten Hag hasn't got the credit that is deserving. And there's still plenty of time to go. But unless, you know, there's some major injuries and suspensions, I don't see why we can't get in the top 4 and comfortably get in the top 4 this season.
Do we remember?
Sorry, one sec, Faz.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Yeah, let me just read out super chats. Solly says, Faz, stop it. Eric Ten Hag is here to stay. I don't care who the owner is. Basically saying, I think no matter who comes in, it's definitely going to be Ten Hag who's going to carry us forward. Kyle says, Eric Ten Hag is the most powerful person at Man United. Got the signings, bench 80 million, captain, and CR7. He is playing 4D chess. 2023 is all UV. And Amir says, the best ability is availability. #Cam. Kyle with another super chat says, that Chelsea game was an example of Eric Ten Hag's greatness. Is it Chelsea game? Yeah. Is that CHE? Chelsea, isn't it? Yeah. Brooke says, question for KG. Who would you rather win the league, Arsenal or City?
City.
Okay, nice and easy. Cam, are you back? Are you there?
I hope so.
Yeah, okay. We can hear you. Faz was just going to say something, and then we'll come to you, Cam, because you've been fairly missing for 28 minutes.
I was just going to ask, do we all remember what our predictions were at the start of this season, where Man United's going to end up? I remember calling it third.
At best.
So I just wanted...
Did you?
Yeah, I called third.
You said third.
That's gangster. Yeah. I didn't believe that.
Okay. Oh, he's got the clip already. That means he's ready. He's ready for the end of the season to say, I told you so. He's got it loaded.
Yeah.
You said third,
have you got it loaded, though? That you're speaking for him. I don't think he's got it loaded.
I do. I can show you my proof. I even tweeted it out. I got the date. I got the timestamp, everything.
Okay. All right.
Solid.
I believe him. If he says he's got the evidence, he's got the evidence. We ain't finished third yet, but
I have to clear this up. Clear this up, by the way, just for the people that don't understand.
Go on.
I hate Arsenal. I don't know what you look like. Just because some people are shocked and like, bro, what about the 3P? I don't care. I can't live in a world, where Arsenal win the league. I can't do it. I'm sorry. If that makes me a disgrace, it is what it is. I don't like Arsenal. I don't want to see their fans happy ever. That's as simple as that. I don't know if and I don't even know any City fans. Where are they? Bovey and my man. What's that guy that has the shisha, fam? What's his name?
Shisha.
The other guy that smokes shisha when he's like live and that. He's got the little thing. That one City fan, bro. See, that's what I'm saying.
What does Big Steve have?
Nah, not Big Steve. There's another one, bro. There's one guy, bro. There's three fans, bro. He's got the little thingy stick, the e-cigarette stick, and his room's blue.
And his room's blue. Oh, right. Okay.
I've done a show with him once, and that's I know three City fans, bro. Daps, that's it. Daps.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, he does the shisha.
Okay.
Gage's impression of an e-cigarette as well. Absolutely terrific.
Yeah. Cam, well, we were kind of on the thing that you started off, Cam, but I don't know, you just drifted, said, yeah, it's all right. But we were just basically picking up Ten Hag and the team and just saying like how we liked it and that. So I don't know whether to really come back and ask you that because you didn't really, that wasn't really it for you. I don't know. What are you saying?
No, I love the guy. He's doing a great job. He's made every single one of our players much better. Even David De Gea's got better under Ten Hag. You can't criticize him for anything. Pretty much everything he's touched has got better in this team. He's
going well there as well.
He's gotta go. We can't. He's standards, bro. They're not going to allow it. They're not going to allow this.
Cam, yeah,
you got to clip him, man.
Yeah, Cam, sorry, cuz we're really trying, bro. We're trying for you. We're really trying to, you know what I mean? But
I mean that Ronaldo performance, bro.
It's not really connecting. Yeah, it's not really connecting. But for me now on Ten Hag, I feel like every single decision that he's made up until now has been in the best interest of the club and the team. And every single decision he's made is exactly what he said he would do, like to the letter. It's what he promised us. You know I keep going back to my favorite saying, and I always do, of the Ten Hag, looking the players in the eye, 100% with his decision. I never forget that saying, and I will talk about it forever. Well, so long as he's at our football club, because I love the guy, right? But it's true, though. It's almost like because he's taken big decisions that would take you needing to look these players in the eye and say, right, this is the decision I'm making. Ronaldo, I'm looking at you 100% with my eyes. You're on the bench. You ain't it. Luke Shaw, after the first couple of games, Malacia's coming in. You're not it. Harry Maguire, see you later. You're not it. In it, though. Dallo, I'm looking you in your eyes.
Even Rashford, you overslept.
Overslept. I'm looking you in your eyes right now. You are our most informed player. We really need you at Molineux. It is one of the toughest places to go to, and we always just scrape a win there. But you know what? I don't care that you're in banging form and you were shit last year and now you're good, and I helped you do that. You was late for the team meeting, bro. You're on the bench. You're losing your starting position. Those are massive decisions. I mean, like, massive decisions. And although we can look at it like, if you was from outside the club and you looked in at this as a snapshot, you could say, wow, look at the standards. These managers happy because their players are following the rules. Yes, we flipping are. Yes, we are. Because actually, if I look back to this squad last year, leak central, standards obliterated, non-existent, commitment, determination on the pitch, non-existent, desire and determination to win a football match and effort, non-existent. And then the stuff that's above that, which is a little bit of sprinkles, playing style, like fun to watch. Like I look at us and I'm enjoying
first half versus Wolves.
Not fun.
First half versus Wolves. That was such a strange reaction, wasn't it? Because we were watching that match view. We were watching the game together, and the first half against Wolves, we missed a couple of chances, Garnacho, Marcel. But overall, I think Flex and Marcel would agree. Like we were happy. We were like, well, actually, I think we played all right in that first half. And the reaction, surprisingly, was no, we're playing terrible, we're playing rubbish.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Maybe that's an improvement of where the standards have been.
Faz,
go ahead.
Sorry, Faz, you was at the game.
Yeah.
If we were watching it here, and me, Owen, and it's just me and you, Owen, isn't it? Oh no, and Marcel, sorry.
Marcel.
And we were like, well, that was a good first half, but we just didn't score. Like, fair enough. But when I looked online, everyone was saying the standards are falling, Flex. That was a terrible first half. It was sloppy. It was this and that. How was it in the stands at halftime?
Yeah, we were not happy. The away fans, us guys, we were not happy at all.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
What was wrong?
especially because Wolves actually didn't have any threat in that game in the first half. They never looked like they're going to score. So why are we not able to just compose ourselves in the game? We saw a lot of the times, Bruno, for example, trying to find a random cross, kicking the ball out of play. We saw a lot of times Garnacho not helping out Malacia having to pass the ball, force pass the ball, ending up giving away possession. A lot of situations where Luke Shaw is looking for a player somewhere in the middle and Eriksen is not there. Eriksen had a really bad, really, really bad game. That particular game, again, he's not helping out with his defensive duties at times. He's a bit lackluster. He's not in the game as much. He's spraying the ball really well at times as well. But again, sometimes it's not getting to the players. Anthony, absolutely no right foot. Players doubling up on him. And again, him having to recycle, but then no balls going forward. So people were just a little bit frustrated. I think it wasn't that Man United played atrocious. It's we had me personally, I can speak for myself, had a level of expectation because it's Wolves. They are, even though they're a bogey team, you could say, they are in a relegation battle. We should be able to, considering the players we have on the pitch, the form that they're in, be able to make something out of that team at that game. Only thing happened is when Marcus Rashford came in.
But we did make some. We missed two sitters. We missed two sitters. It was literally Garnacho should have scored and Marcel should have scored. If you scored that, you go down 2-0 at half time. You go very comfortable. I mean, again, I understand maybe to the point where you say, well, expectations are a bit higher, but I didn't look. Put it this way: after last season performances, we'd gone in at halftime 0-0 going. We were absolutely awful. We didn't create anything. We didn't do anything. I didn't see a first half against Wolves where we didn't create anything because we did. We created two clear-cut chances. We should have been up 2-0. And to KG's point earlier, even though we weren't winning at halftime, you can't go in at halftime winning every single game, regardless if you're playing bottom of the league or top of the league. I went in at halftime going, I still think we'll create something in the second half because we did in the first half. And again, I think I didn't see a reason to be really, like we were terrible or we weren't creating enough. We could have created more. But to say we didn't create anything, I just don't know if that's accurate.
I think no, you're right. My main fear, in all honesty, is we're so reliant on Rashford at the moment. And Rashford is, again, one little injury or a niggle away from us not having that one goal in that game. And that could, those type of things can cost us. And we're sitting in a comfortable position where we can go and now maybe come third in the league. But I really want some other players, to get involved. Look at Odegaard, man, getting involved.
But we can't.
We want getting involved.
We need to chill. That's what I'm saying. Man United fans,
I know we need to chill, but I'm just saying, it is a point that if Marcus Rashford wasn't firing.
But then another player will turn up. This is what I'm saying. It's like when Ronaldo goes, they said, when Ronaldo goes, who's going to score the goals? Somebody else. This is the whole thing of football. Like someone else has had to step up and do what they need to do. Again, Rashford's in a good form, a good vein of form. When Rashford goes off the ball, hopefully Anthony arrives. Hopefully Bruno arrives. Goals should be shared, but the standard is we need to create chances. What I'm seeing from Man United is we're controlling games. We're actually going into games. I don't know if you lot feel the belief, but when we're playing teams, I'm not worrying about where the next 3 points is coming from. I'm not. Before, you lot know under Ollie, each game was like, shh. We got Norwich coming, guys. I don't even know.
No, actually, it was like that. I remember going Norwich away one time, and I was like, "Wow, if we don't lose this, we'll be like 3 points above the relegation zone."
There you go. I remember there's been some dark times at this club where we can't be sure of points against minnows. It wouldn't forget the low block and dealing with the low block. I'm talking about not being able to deal with the opposition at all in a game. Now players are coming here and they know how they're setting up, saying, you know what, set up not to lose. That's a difference for Man United that I haven't seen in a very long time. Teams are setting up not to lose, which is brilliant for us. Wolves is probably one of our hardest games, but we're controlling these teams. Now, Garnacho's going to come into form. There's so many players that are going to step up. And Bruno, I get you we want to gas up Odegaard, but let's talk about what Bruno's doing in this team. Consistent. Yes, he's not getting the same numbers as he first did, but he's looking after the ball, being more economical with it, and he's leading the boys. He's the first leadership in the dressing room.
Just to expand on that, KG, I remember talking to the We Talk Ajax guys, and one of the concerns that I certainly had with Bruno under Erik ten Hag is we saw him do Hollywood ball every single time. Every single time, it was always the Hollywood pass. It was always threading the ball through the eye of the needle, and it just never paid off. And my concern was, I don't know if you can change him. I don't know if you can change him to not try and do that all the time. Now, he still does do it. He still does try that pass. It's a bit too difficult. But to your point, I do think he's more economical with the ball now than he has been in the past. And a lot of the time, you're right, his numbers have gone down in terms of assists. But I still think he's created more chances in the Premier League. I think we've created something like as many chances as anyone in the Premier League. And Bruno, a lot of the time, he's the pass before the assist. So if we do score, it's, he's not getting assist. Well, he was instrumental in that goal. You know, and a couple of times, I think was in the last couple of games, he should have had at least 2 or 3 assists if the person he gave it to had put the ball in the back of the net. So I agree with you. I think Bruno's influence, is only continuing as well. And that goes back to Erik ten Hag too, of being able to shape and mold him in the way that he would have liked and adding that leadership responsibility on top of him as well.
Yeah. I think we're in I just think, me personally, I'm not going too far one side of like, you know what, I think we can push thing, and then I'm like, title, I know like we should be excited. I'm not saying KG shouldn't be excited. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, me personally, I'm really comfortable with where we are, and I'm also not being too negative on the other side of saying, but you know, I'm not gonna call it as it is to say we have improved. I do look forward to us playing, and we are different and we are improving. I think Brentford are crumbling at the moment. I think it might be 2-2 now. So it's all going off.
It's 2-1. It's 2-1. It's 2-1.
Oh, it's 2-1. But they will. We know what's going to happen there. They always do. They crumble. So that's them. But I just feel like I think we're a little bit ahead of schedule of where I thought we would be by this stage. I'm not going to get too carried away. I still think it's a battle for fourth. That's what we're in. I'm not looking away, man. Like, I'm saying like we can look a bit higher than fourth, because essentially, you know, we could look at tomorrow and say, well, we play Bournemouth and Arsenal play Newcastle, and if Arsenal beat Newcastle, which I think they probably will, and we beat Bournemouth, then we'll be third. So you can say, but it's still not even halfway through the season yet. I still think we're in a battle for fourth. You know, after that, we've got City and Arsenal back to back. You don't know what could happen. Something good could happen, something bad could happen. You don't know. So
that'll be an interesting one, won't it? Come the end of January, it'll be interesting to see where we are. If you look, let's face it, if you beat Arsenal and City, and you know it's possible, I think it's probably unlikely considering Arsenal's away. See, at home, you'd say, look, at home we're playing really well this season, so you can't rule that out. Away, we're still a bit shaky away from home, even though Wolves did kind of prove it.
Why can't we beat Arsenal at their ground?
Well, no, just my point being is, come the end of January, even if you got 4 points against those two, the two teams that by that point you would hope would be the only 2 teams above us in the league. Why would then you would say, actually, the only thing that would hurt us this season is just we don't have the numbers. We don't have the numbers, and we don't have the strength and depth. That's ultimately probably what will cost us.
100%. That's what's going to cost us. We've
if
just
someone gets injured with
World Cup. Yeah, we've just come back off a World Cup. Eriksen's looking a bit leggy. Bruno's looking a bit leggy. That midfield is the same midfield that starts every single game week right now. It needs a bit more reinforcements. And then when one of those quality players come off, the drop-off's massive, guys. You know, it's Fred or Scott. I think the drop-off's so big. We just have to be a bit careful.
Marcel, just quickly though, I do want to give some credit to Fred. I
can't say players have been playing bad or anything, but it's just I think your evaluation of the Wolves game is a bit harsh though, Faz. You know, at the end of the day, the first half was brilliant. You had 10 players in opposition's half dominating the game. I think the right side of the pitch with Wan-Bissaka was really good. You know, I think the team's just playing good football right now. I'm agreeing with you though, Flex. I think we got to live in the moment right now and just look at game by game. It's got to be game by game. I wouldn't go too far ahead like KG, and I wouldn't go so pessimistic like Faz. It's got to be in the moment, game by game. The next football match is Bournemouth, win that football match. The next match is Everton, win that football match. And then just get the pattern, just get that good habit of winning football games. That's the most important thing, guys. Yes, we got to add reinforcements, which I think if you don't reinforcements, to Owen's point, you're going to suffer. You're going to suffer. Everyone else around us is going to be adding for sure. That's a guaranteed thing. If we don't add, then you're suffering. And I think the target's top 4 for sure. And let's just see. He's done a brilliant thing with the back 4. You know, we've got 3 fullbacks right now playing in the back 4, and they're keeping clean sheets. Let's just taper it a little bit and make sure that Marcel stays fit. Make sure Rashford is still scoring goals, and go from there, man.
Here's one though. Everyone said that if Delo goes out of this team, we're finished. There's no right back. Delo's out of the team, guys. He hasn't returned since He hasn't returned, and the team is holding on. The team is doing what it needs to do. Again, even when Lissandro, we've had people out of the team. This Lisandro Martinez, I wouldn't expect this team to operate without Lisandro Martinez being in the side. Somehow he said, "Hey, Luke Shaw, come over here." Wait, and Lindelof, bro. We had
if you'd have said like 2 months ago, I'll take Dalot and Martinez, they're both injured or unavailable, you'd go, well, we lose.
Exactly.
You'd go release.
So we have to be realistic and talk about what our team is showing us right now. Again, the right back, Dalot's been in scintillating form. I never would have said Wan-Bissaka would have held it down while Dalot's not here, but he's doing it. And the clean sheet is there to prove it. Lisandro Martinez, Mr. Running Things. I think he's been our signing of the season. Now Casemiro's trying to fight for it. But you would have said all the high fives and that energy is from Lisandro. It's not necessary right now. So the team is dealing with injuries and things going wrong. And another injury, you have to say, even though it looks funny, but Sancho, you have to say he's just unavailable. And that's another player that you can say. So that
he's not injured, just unavailable.
Although those injuries, in fairness, they've almost come at the right, or the unavailability has come at the right time, rather, because if Martinez and Dalot, you could pick a time for them not to be available, it would be for Burnley, Forest, and Wolves. If it was the end of the month and they were unavailable for City and Arsenal, you'd go, might have a bit of a problem, and there might be different results. In fairness, I think it's good to see that context.
We moved the goalposts because it was like, when we don't beat the teams, the minnows, we say you should be beating them if you're a big team. And then after, it's like, we've beaten big teams and lost to we've been beating big teams this season. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So Man United need to stay consistent. The main thing is we set a high standard for ourselves and we control teams. That's what we have to do. Now, I'm going to give credit to our team instead of rating everybody else, because I believe there's a lot of good happening with our team. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Now, if I jump the gun, that's what I do in it. So
I don't care.
I don't care. That's what I'm saying. But I like what I'm seeing in this team. I like where we're going. And yes, we don't have the full squad, but we got players that can come in and do a job. McTominay can come in and do a job. Fred can come in and do a job. So I'm here for it.
I'll be very honest. I wanna, you know me, I wanna be very excited like KG and pumped, but I can't lie. There is the City, Arsenal, Palace, Barca. Absolute juggernaut games. You can't tell me Palace is an easy game at all. And especially our luck, consider our luck is City and Arsenal. The top two teams in the league, we have to face them back to back, one home, one away. And I want to share that feeling. Let's go. You know, I'm gonna be traveling, going to all the games.
If you get them out of the way, like the best thing sometimes with those kind of games is to get them out of the way, like back to back, and then you get a better run of games. You know what I mean? And at the end of January, there's still plenty of the season to play. There's a bit of a delay because of the World Cup as well. You get them out of the way and you go, you know what? They're done now. You'd have played Arsenal twice by that point. You'd have played City twice by that point, and you've still got several months to play. It's better to have the sort of more winnable games towards the end of the season, is it not? You know, when that's that really crunch time. So,
but also, that's why I do think we are in a spot. If something bad did happen in them games, say we lost both back to back, we're still in and around the right area of the table to be able to recover from that. That would feel catastrophic. Yeah, that would feel catastrophic and horrible if we got beat off City, then when Arsenal got slapped as well. You know, and then a few weeks later, you know, difficult game against Barcelona. Those, you know, there's still more blips to come in this team, innit? Because that's another thing as well that we can't forget. Although we should be in the moment and be positive, I understand that. We're going to lose a game at some point. We will. Of course we are. We're not going to win every game from now to the end. We'll go unbeaten to the end of the season from now in every competition, right? But I just feel that when that day comes, I have more confidence in the team that the response to whatever that, you know, that mishap was, or bad feeling was, I feel like we can respond to it. That's because that's kind of been the theme of this season, hasn't it? We had that awful start with the 2 games. Then we went on a nice little run. Then we got slapped by City. Then we put that right. Then we got slapped by Aston Villa 3-1. Then we went on a little run and put that right up until now. I don't think we've lost the game. That was our last loss. So, and, you know, we haven't been amazing in all the games. We haven't been runaway winners in all the games. Some get like the Forest game, we were runaway winners easy. Who else? Spurs? Was that after the Aston Villa? No, that was before.
What is good though, Flex, with that is actually in those big games, apart from City, where we really didn't, you know, show up at all. But in all the big games, United have showed up, particularly the ones at home. But you know, even
ones at home, fine. Yeah,
even away at Chelsea, 30 minutes they showed up. But you know, that's why when we have City on the 14th, I think it is at Old Trafford, you would say, you know what, and probably could be massively wrong, but not that you're confident, but going into that one, we're not. I would hope we're not going to roll over like we did at the Etihad.
Exactly,
the Old Trafford atmosphere would be there, and the team's in a good moment. So I think there's a reason to go into those bigger games this season and not be as trepidatious as we were last season. We went into some of those games like facing City or Liverpool last season. We're like, I know this is going to be like 4-5. I just know it's going to be that. Whereas this season, especially at home, you would go, we've been doing all right. And even going to the Emirates, which is going to be tough, you would hope, again, earlier on in the season when we played Arsenal, Ten Hag got the better of Arteta. Hopefully he can do it again. I don't think we should be as terrified as we were this time last year. Put it that way. This time last year, we were talking about the players not liking training because it went too late and it was in the dark. You remember that? That was like a year ago.
Yeah, exactly. Just quickly, let me get these super chats out. David G says, "Be honest, is Anthony what you expected, and do you think and what do you think his ceiling is? The price isn't his fault, but am I wrong to be expecting more on the right wing?" That's a really good question, and I like the way you've put the question as well. It's not just writing him off or trying to jump on him. I think you've justified why you're asking that question, and also said the price isn't his fault, but we can have an honest conversation about that for this stage of his United career. Okay, that super chat hasn't gone through. Chris says, much love from Australia. Big up to Chris, big up to you. SK says, all we need to be sure of top four is striker and backup for Eriksen, long-term centre-back and right-back too. And when Sancho comes back to form, 21. Vegeta says, title charge, I'm with KG, but get that centre forward. Merishayam says, big head KG after beating relegation fodder. And SK says, if Casemiro gets hurt, we are effed, to be honest. We somehow have cover for centre-back. But midfield is fragile. Imagine Bruno out or Eriksen out. Merisham says, haven't beaten Arsenal at the Emirates under Arteta. True. I dread going there all the time, especially of recent years. It's just bad. It's just full of bad memories going there. Hopefully we can change that, but I'm just being honest. That's just how I feel. Sandeep HG says, is a member of the United View Members Club for 4 months as well. Big up to you. Says, Marcel, did you cry a bit when Dubravka went back to Newcastle? Don't lie, your eyes are looking a little bit wet. They're looking light wet.
That's a bit much, but no.
Wait, is
already explained.
What do you mean is he gone through? Where have you been?
I didn't know anything. I've been in the batch, bro, with the non-internet and that.
Oh yeah, Dubravka. So basically, it got to the 1st of January, and as soon as the clock said 0001, on January the 1st, Man United went, the first thing we're doing, send him back.
You are an absolute disgrace.
They thanked him for his input, 2 games at Manchester United, and he's gone back to Newcastle. I can't believe you didn't know this.
Wait, Marcel is in the mud, bro.
This sounds like another person that doesn't know.
I have to say, this is going to be between KG and Marcel, because we've had this discussion with Marcel. We're not trying to get him to keep doing that. This is KG's reaction because he didn't know.
Hey Marcel, wait, let's talk about it. So obviously you was looking at the warm-ups and that, the same warm-ups Ten Hag and everyone else watched. And then only Marcel was like, that's kind of good. Ten Hag was like getting back to Tyneside.
So what I would say to that then is David De Gea at the beginning of his career would have had maybe good warm-ups as well and would have been just as shocking, but had a better run of games.
Wow.
Wait, hold on.
Marcel.
Wow.
Let's be honest.
Marcel,
Let's be honest.
All you have to say in this thing is, I know, man, that was a crazy take. That's all you have to say, I think.
Just hold the L.
You don't even need to mention De Gea's name in this thing. You don't need to mention it.
But anyway, have a look at what I said about it anyway.
Wait, did you send him what did you do, a note or something?
Goodbye note. Paragraph.
Yeah, I know, because he always send the players DMs. What did you say to Dubravka, bro?
No, that was only to Rashford. That was only to Rashford, man. Don't try that. That was only to Rashford, man. Don't try that.
Hey, but you got the chance. The floor's yours. What do you want to say to Dubravka? Thank you for his time.
You know what I mean? When it's like
we already commented on it. We already commented on it. I said it's professionalism. He because Dubravka sent a goodbye note. Funny enough, Dubravka sent a goodbye note already.
For what? You weren't even here, bro.
For the 2 games. For the 2 games.
You know, is it? Yeah, the Wolves game. Yeah,
but this is over.
All
this
the
is
players are coming out the bus.
now,
you know,
you're so behind.
All the players are coming out the bus. Yeah, and we're all cheering. Eriksen, yay! Bruno, yay! Dubravka, silence, bro. Bro, nobody knows who he is. They thought he's one of the staff members or something.
What are you saying?
Like backroom staff.
What are you saying? You're saying that in like a couple of months' time they go, "Where's Martin?" They go, "He left ages ago."
No, Mas. I'm not gonna lie. This is an L. This is a big one.
And this ain't, you know what? This ain't us bringing it up because that was like a couple of days ago.
I honestly didn't know. I'm not.
This is you.
That's KG.
My laptop's been in the wicker basket, bro, and I didn't know. Like, I'm getting to get
didn't know. He actually didn't know.
Along with KG's brain.
Marcel, sorry,
just
bro.
quickly
All right,
about
Marcel, bro.
transfers.
I feel your pain, man. I've been there with Eric Ramsey, man. It's all right.
Ramsey.
And then we scored that wicked free kick routine. Faz was like, well, you know, he's doing his job.
That's an elbow, Marcel.
And Ericsson even came out and went, I can't remember who came up with it. I think it was Eric Ramsey. Yeah. And everyone went,
that's so funny.
They must be watching UV, man.
This football thing, that's the funny thing about this football thing, especially just giving your opinions on the internet. It's just all there. It's just all
like
there.
When that got announced, the Dubravka thing, the amount of just tweets you get going, how's Marcel feeling? I'm like, well, he doesn't actually like him that much. He's not like, you know that thing of Rivalry when he's looking at the picture. He's looking at the picture on his bed. That's Marcel, but with Dubravka.
Oh my days!
You lot took it to different lengths. I'm gonna pin the tweet. I'll pin it. What I originally said, my original agenda, because then it'll clear it all up.
What do you say?
Keep turning it back up and spinning it differently. When everybody turns it, they spin it a bit differently.
You said he looked better in the warm up, though. You did say he looked good in the warm up.
And when he played bad, you said it looks like his right leg's hurting him a little bit.
Yeah, and it did. He was holding his leg in that game. In that game that he played, the second game that he played, he was holding his leg. Was he not? Am I saying that? Am I the only one that saw that?
So, do you think Ten Hag's wrong for sending him back to Tyneside early?
He was poor. No, I don't think that. No, he was poor. He's been poor the 2
early,
days.
though. That's an early return. You know when he cleared out his lock and said, "Hey, you man, I'm good." You know. Do you know how awkward is to pull up again? Like, Ross.
I think they didn't know. I think they just saw it. I just think they just saw Martin Dubravka leaves group chat. I think they just.
It was like that one. Have you seen the thing of it's an NFL player and he goes to walk in the building and he presses his code and it doesn't open?
Yeah,
it was like that with Dubravka. He went,
yeah, he's gone. He's gone. Let me get these super chats out here. Actually, just one. Actually, David G says, in the words of Patrice Evra, I don't condone the violence, but Marcel needs a heavy slap. Man's got a personal vendetta against De Gea. LOL. And I wanted to say about signings and that, and this whole loan thing and no money. Obviously, it's transfer season, so I was doing transfers today, like I do in the January. And I was told today that, of course, what we know, that if we bring in anyone, it's not going to be permanent. It's only going to be a loan. So any form of buying anyone from the horse's mouth, the club's saying, no, it's not. It's just not going to happen, which we kind of knew already, but they're just rubber stamping that, so we can't get our hopes up. So anything that comes out about, buying someone and all this stuff, it's just simply not on the cards. And I was also told by the club as well that they've always said that they're not planning for major spending in January, having spent 230 million last summer. So again, we overspent last year to them. When we had those 2 bad results against Brentford and Brighton, you got to remember we went boom, there's 70 million Casemiro, boom, there's 80 million Anthony. I mean, it's a lot of money. And they're saying that there's no money for this, which we know that's what we're being told, and that's why we can't afford. That's why we didn't go and get Cody Gakpo. But we know this. But like, how I know KG, you're upbeat, and Faz, you're somewhere in the middle, and you're somewhere in the middle as well. Marcel, but how concerning is it if we don't even get a body, though?
Yeah, very concerning, man. I'm telling you, I'm very much. It takes one little dip in performance / niggle / injury, and the goals go. Like nobody's scoring or firing other than Rashford. Let's be honest here. Yeah, Martial's getting his odd goals and it's contributing, but I'll be honest with you, it's not contributing enough. It's only, we're up by 1 goal in our goal difference. And my other concern on top of it all, whatever player comes in on loan, fans are going to be wanting instant impact. Can a João Felix bring an instant impact straight away? Like you're looking at 10 assists maybe the rest of the season, or maybe between 7 to 10 GA, something along those lines. Can he bring that? And if he doesn't, you know how fan base are. They'll start, like they're raising questions about Anthony. They'll say, well, did it work out? So it's a huge amount of pressure for any player to come in as well in this window because, whoever comes in, someone has to get benched. Dude, that's a difficult conversation to be had. Who's going to get benched? Whoever comes on loan, they're not coming here to sit in the cold. They're going to be coming here to play some games. And we've got.
I don't think Ten Hag would get someone and go, I have to start them, though. I think he'll tell them straight, like, you're here to compete for your place. This is what it is. This is my ethos. Just like anyone can get it. Like we've seen loads of rotation from the big dons, like big established players have had to hold bench. I don't think Ten Hag would be scared of telling someone straight, I am going to get you on a loan. But you might not start. You're gonna have to work.
The goals conceded things like what happened before. You'll get eased in. And then just on that super chat before though, Flex, regarding Anthony, it's end product.
Let's quickly talk about that because we are past an hour, but let's quickly talk about the Anthony thing. Let's go around and
it's end product. It's end product. That's the biggest. That's just the one. That's the missing piece for Anthony. He understands the system very well. He's played under Ten Hag before, so he knows what to do. A proactive footballer. That's what Ten Hag wants. Proactive footballer. Good going backwards. Very good going backwards defensively. And does his work right there. And then he arrives in the key places. He arrives in... We're talking about Chelsea. He had a right-footed shot. If he puts that on target, we win that game, There's moments...
I remember Wolves. That one just before half-time.
There's moments against Wolves. There's moments a couple games ago, I think it was against Burnley or Villa, I think it was. He's had chances in front of goal. He's just not finishing them right now. So he's still a good player. And then to add to that as well, he hasn't even played 20 games for us. He hasn't even played 15 games for us yet. 4 sets of minutes. So obviously he set the bar nice and high when he comes in against Arsenal. Important game, an important goal. But he knows the system well. And he just needs to improve. It's that burst of pace. He's not aggressive enough on the ball, touching out of his feet like a Valencia or a Nani or a Ryan Giggs. But he's getting there and he knows the system well. So I think he does need a focal point 9 so that when he's always doing that cut in, he's got somebody that's very good at heading and can finish his chances and his crosses. But we just have to give him a bit more time. He's done well and he's having a little bit of a rough patch where he can't score goals. But once he starts firing again, guys, I think we hopefully will see a better version of him.
KG, any concerns? How are you feeling? Let's really quickly.
I'll quickly say if no players come in, it'll be a disappointment. I think Ten Hag will get the best from the squad that he's given. Again, you have to go back to his days at Ajax. It's not like they had loads of money there. It's not like he got to spend for like unlimited amounts of money. This guy spent the most money probably ever spent in his career, being at this club. So now he has to make the most of it. And we got a coaching type of leader, on that last game, because I know Anthony's coming over under a lot of scrutiny, and I was one of the ones to be looking at him first from the World Cup, really. But he had a better game than Garnacho and Malacia did. Nothing was happening on the left. Everything was coming down on the right. And Garnacho missed a lot of chances. Not saying that Anthony was amazing because he was poor, but I'm saying that if a player deserved to come off because nothing was happening on the left-hand side, usually a lot happens on the left. But I don't think Malacia and Garnacho have got an understanding with the two of them. And I think they're both really... They're so young and they're playing for self. So they haven't, said, if you do this and I do this, we could help each other and stay in the team. They haven't kind of got that level of understanding yet. While a lot's happening on Anthony's side, and you can just see it's wasteful. Or you like, because if he scores that chance, there's one chance that he should have finished. Anthony, I think he goes bottom right and he just misses it there. I think it's a good save, but should really score those. It's those little moments between. If he gets a goal, you'll see a different level of Anthony. I think we've got to abide and remember it's a new player in a new country. He is working hard. that piece is going to come. I still feel he's the answer to the right-hand side, but it'll be nice when you now bring in, when Sancho does return, he will be a nice addition to add into the game. Anthony's not working for you, bring on another player, and it's the wing. At the end of the day, these are guys can run hot and cold. Rashford's going to have his moment on the wing where what he's doing is just not working. Bring another player in. That's what we need. But we can get the most out of what is here. I desperately just need to see some type of centre forward signing.
Yeah, it's just whether we can get one on loan or not, because like we've been told, it has to be a loan. There's got to be someone. But then does Ten Hag go? Is Ten Hag the sort of manager to go, I don't care, it just has to be somebody? Or is he going, would he go, there just isn't the right person on loan, so I'll go with what I've got. I'm not just going to bring in some guy who won't fit my style, who is going to more upset the apple cart than what we've done before, throw loan money at it, pay his wages, all that. I'll just wait to the summer. If you're telling me I can't get it, he might do that. He might do that. Super chat here says from Adegoki. Thoughts on Kola Mueni, obviously the French international. Look, there's been a little bit there. We'll probably talk about more of that on the morning show, to be fair, than now. But there are some links, saying that Manchester United are interested in putting in a 60 million euro bid. But again, been told that we're on loans only. So, I mean, we will talk about it more tomorrow, but I find that very unlikely. But exciting player, though. Exciting player. Sandip says, life without CR7 stands heckling is nice, huh, KG? Don't set KG off on the Ronaldo, people. There you go. Big up the full view. Well, it was full, Flex. And then Cam just.
Can I just add one quick thing, very quickly, because I've got some exclusive footage here of Marcel's reaction to when he heard that Martin Dubravka was leaving the club. It's a picture. I'll just get that up on the screen there. You can see it there.
My God.
It's an exclusive. It's an exclusive.
Oh my gosh!
Cracking.
Marcel.
Oh my days, man.
Marcel.
Wait there, yeah. I'm not even gonna lie, yeah. I'm not even gonna lie. Like you'd think, like I created this channel in that year, so you'd think I'd know everything that got. I have no idea how that got there. While we're just doing, how's that happened?
Because Owen is.
Did Owen do that? Just when everyone in the chat saying, "Oh, well, let Owen speak." Owen hasn't really spoke. Man's just silently editing up the thing,
No.
Or was that Josh? Did Josh get it done?
I've got my sources. We work as a team. We work as a team.
Okay. Oh, that was
UV Raw. It's there on UV Raw. The real reasons, isn't it?
Once again, there it is.
The realness is there on UV Raw.
Guys, listen. On that note, we are out of here. Thank you very much for watching the full view. It's been an absolute movie as per usual. It is, though, however, it is game day tomorrow. You're going to get your match view with KG and Owen. They will be doing that, so keep those guys company live. We will all, am I saying we will all be at the game? Fad's going to be at the game?
Yes, sir.
Marcel,
I didn't actually miss one game in 2022. And I plan to not miss one game in 2023.
You haven't missed one home. You didn't miss one home game in last year?
Nope.
Love that.
Come on.
Love that. 100% attendance, man. Love that. So yeah, and we will be at the stadium getting you all of that good reaction. Hopefully, potentially with Man United in third. You never know. We could be in third place going into facing Arsenal and going into facing Man City and Arsenal. But a game at a time. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and we will see you bright and early in the morning. Actually, just to let you know, a change to the order. There is obviously Tuesday is Flexing KG show day, but we obviously have a game in the evening. So what we thought we would do, we thought we combined the transfer view with the Flexing KG show. So 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, bright and early, you're going to get a Flexing KG show. How good is that? On game day. And then you're going to get a road trip on the way to the game. And then you're going to get all of the game content and reactions as well. So it's absolutely jam-packed tomorrow. So yeah, make sure you're tuned in from 9 a.m. right the way through till, I don't know, 11 p.m. at night, because that's the amount of content you're going to get. We're out of here, guys. Take care. Peace.